guys, we are back in free code camp responsive design with Bootstrap. Normally I try to do 10. I made a mistake. I only did 9 the last time, so we're gonna go 10 to 20 this time. So ditch custom CSS for Bootstrap. My cats are very hyped right now, so if you hear any noise going on, it's my little kitten. Alright, so H2 element should no longer have the class red text primary. Alright, so find our we want to change this to the class that's in Bootstrap called text primary. So now that's blue. So there's that too. Paragraph elements should no longer use monospace. They should use. So actually get rid of this entirely. And if you run it, you'll see that we got rid of monospace. Remove the smaller image, add the image responsive. Alright, so instead of smaller image, we're going to say img dash responsive, and see right there it adjusts the size of the screen. And that's our first one. Excuse me. So your span element should be inside your P element. Alright, so here's how you do this. Top 3 things cats hate. So let's see, they want us to put this in there. So top 3 things cats, and then our span affect just hate. So, and then you see it's right there red, so that's text dash danger. And we'll just change this to love. Cool. So, this is talking more about Bootstrap and whatnot. And if you're not familiar, it's 12 grid system. So anything that adds up to 12 you can do. It doesn't have to, but that's kind of the whole point of responsive thing, is you want everything to work together. So yeah, so take a look at that. That'll kind of give you an idea of what's going on. It's pretty self-intuitive. So your H element and topmost image element should be nested together within a class element called div_row. So we have a H2. Where's our H2? And our image right here should all be in a div. So we'll say div class equals row, and then we want to close the div. Oh. We have 2 images. I'll put it here. Maybe they want both images, and I'm just misunderstanding it. Huh. Alright, let's try this one more time. Let's just work our way through. So div class equals row. So that's our first thing. We then want to close it out right here. And then we want to have another div for the photo. This is going to say div class equals, and then we want a column that's extra small and takes up 4 spots, and then we close that div. There, yeah, so that fixed that, and then your H2 element should be nested with the column extra small dash 8. Alright, so I thought it might just be something built into here. I was right, that's good. So div column, div class is we want to have another column for our row that is using column dash extra small dash 8. Sorry, I got distracted by the fact that it looks so weird. Alright, so now you can see right here that's kind of going to the top. So cat's photo 8 is taking up like 8 out of the 12 spaces, and then the image is taking up about 4. So I believe that's our third one. Alright, add an I element to the classes fa and fa thumbs up. What? Nest your I element within your button element. Is that what they're saying to do? There's no way that's right. Alright. Let's get some, this is the first time I've had to get some help on this site, so let's see what's going on here. Help. Oh, it's just like a chat log. That's no good. Alright, font awesome. Let's actually read the instructions. These icons start, these icons are treated like fonts. There we go. What? We added an I. Alright, so add an I element. So, alright, so something's working here. Nest your I element. Oh. Alright. Add an I element. With the classes. Then we have to nest it properly. Sorry, I don't actually know if I've ever used the I element. So, there we go. Took me a second, but we're all caught up. We have our thumbs up. Cool. You should add a I-class within your delete button. So where is our delete? They're all up here. This is like delete. And we want to add an I-class equals fa dash trash. Except they wanted us to nest it, so let's go ahead and do that. See, that one changed ever so slightly. Oh, it looks like the font's going off the end. And we're just gonna, in the interest of time, we're gonna just go ahead and copy this in for our info button. There's our info, and you can run it to make sure. Oh, make sure all your messages cleansing. Alright, thumbs up for. I already did it for like. Okay, cool. I don't remember doing it for like, but apparently I did. There it is. I think that's 5. That's all your radio buttons inside one div with the class row. Alright, so now we're going to be doing our radio buttons. If you forget what those are, that's our indoor, outdoor, loving. And so, where are we? So we're going to have div class equals row. Cool, and we want to close it after the radio buttons slash row, and then we're probably going to give it a column. Was it column extra small? So let's see here. We have div class equals column dash access S6, and then we're going to close the div. Oh, and I did it wrong. So each one of these is going to get its own column. So we have to create one more div equals call xs6, and now we get to close this div, and now it should just take up the 2 spots. See, they're taking about equal amount. Make sure each of the div elements is a closing tag. Div class row. Oh. So, and make sure you close a div and not a row. Because you can't close rows. Alright, cool. I think that was 6. Next, all your checkbox inside of one div. Alright, so we have 3 checkboxes. 12 divided by 3 is 4. From there, we should be able to figure it out. So, again, we start with a row, because they're all lined up in a row. And first thing we probably want to do is just close this. After that, we want to have a div class equal to column dash xs dash 4, and then we're actually, just for the sake of time, going to copy that. Oops. And then each one of these will get a space of 4 out of 12 for their spacing for each one of these level spacing. So slash div. And then we have a slash div. And now when we look at it here, you should see that they're all evenly spaced, and we're good to go. Again, I apologize. I'm coming off a pretty bad flu and cold, so if I sound a little under the weather, I apologize. I'm very doped up on cough medicine right now. So give the submit button in the form of the classes button and button primary. Alright, so we're using BootStrap, and has all this great stuff, but we're not taking advantage of it everywhere. We're going to fix that. So we're going to give it a class equals btn dash primary. So there it is. That does that. And now we want to add some other stuff in this class equals fa dash paper dash plane. So that's their submit. Then we have to close our eye, of course. /I. Let's go ahead and just bring this down a little bit. So there's our cool paper plane to submit it. And give your text input from your class form control. So text input. From class form control. I think it's this line is what they're almost like. I think that's what they want us to do. Cool. Let me just check real quick where we're at. Sorry, guys. So we have 3 more to do. Cool. Alright, so nest your form submission button and text input in a div called class row. So form submission button is down here. And text input. Okay. So we want to put those on the same line. So how do we do that? We do a div class equals row. We put them both inside this div. And then we probably, what are we going to, extra small 7 for the input div. So we want our, we want the text input to be bigger because all we need is a button submit for the rest of it. So that makes sense to me. So extra small -7. And then we want to close that div. And then we have a div class equals column dash extra small dash 5. Very good, very good. And we are going to close that div. Right here, /div. And let's save and submit. Very good. Let's check our work real quick though. So there you can see there's a little bit of spacing, but this one is bigger than this one. That's all we need to know. Alright, create a BootStrap headline. Alright, so add a H3 element to your page. /H3. And we're going to say class is equal to text dash primary. And we're going to say bootstrapping it. Bootstrapping it. Alright. And good. What else do we need to do? And then we apply the class text dash center. Very good. And then we want show the text. Oh. jQuery query playground. Very nice. Div should have the class. Alright, so now we're going to create a div. Let's just have the class equal to container dash fluid /div. And I think that's going to be it for today. So you saw that we're messing a lot more with the grid system. This is something that I actually use in some of my classes. So Bootstrap is really widely used. I really suggest getting familiar with it. Responsive design is the only design you're going to be doing if that's what you're interested in as well, and web development, because everything needs to be responsive nowadays. People are on their phones more than anything else. There's watches, there's tablets, there's probably going to be something that you stick a needle in your eye, and that works too. But yeah, guys, as always, thanks for watching. Don't forget to thumbs up, like the video, subscribe if you haven't already, and share it if you know someone that might like it. See you guys in the next video, and constructive criticism is always appreciated.
Thanks for watching the video. Don't forget to like and subscribe. That helps me out a ton, and I appreciate all the comments that I get and all the questions I get in the comments, and I'm happy to answer them, so keep them coming, and I'll see you in the next video.